What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to episode 32 of The Daily Entrepreneur. I'm James. I'm here with Jack and Josh, and we're going to get right into it with today's articles, starting with Elon Musk has sold 22 million shares of Tesla, which is a total of $3.6 billion. On to that, Tesla has reached its lowest point as a stock in the last 2 years. Elon Musk is now not the world's richest man. It's the CEO of Louis Vuitton.
Bernard Arnault.
Yeah, Bernard Arnault.
Yeah. I mean, it's going one or two ways. I mean, whether he's just the stock's dropping, so he's trying to get some extra cash. You know, he's either going to go on a billionaire yacht spree, I would say is a 1% chance, and then the other 99% chance here is that he's going to be putting this money into something else. So who knows what his next move is, or like if he's just padding his accounts for another move coming in the future, or just adding to something he's already doing.
Yeah, I'm not quite sure what that next move could be, because I highly doubt that he's putting that money into Twitter, and I highly doubt he's taking that into a yacht trip. So I think if I had to take a guess of what he's going to do, I'm going to guess maybe he's putting it more into Neuralink maybe. But yeah. I'm not sure.
Even though they're getting ready to face some pretty big lawsuits here because of the amount of, I guess, like animals that they've tested on and quote unquote have like killed through the Neuralink startup. So it'll be super interesting to kind of like see what happens.
Ain't no way, bro.
Ain't touching me with that shit. Like, honestly, he could just be doing it to go buy some real estate.
You never know.
Some of this Austin, Texas land. God's not making any more dirt.
Yeah.
Gotta get you some dirt.
Actually, I know a guy you should contact named Tyfke.
Hey, shout out Tyfke Real Estate. Yeah. Go get you some Austin, Texas real estate and Corpus. Go to Corpus.
Yeah, dude. I mean, it's crazy, man. But talking about, things with cash, Amazon actually just reached a deal with the EU pretty much over their regulations. And what I want to talk about this is what I'm about to talk to you guys about is why I feel like you as an entrepreneur and a business owner need to own your real estate and like your platform, because Amazon's business model is two things. They're a retailer and they're also a wholesaler for independent like contractors to be able to sell their product on their platform. Mm-hmm. And so what this deal is an anti-competitive agreement where what Amazon was doing is all these independent wholesalers on their platform, they were pretty much, anytime that a product was getting really successful and just taking over the marketplace, Amazon would put in their own product and kind of just take it over. And they would filter in their product to compete in the algorithm, because what they have access to is all these companies' data. And they're just controlling the market pretty much with their own products.
Damn, I mean, it's honestly kind of it's fucked. Cause it's just like, I know there's some sellers on Amazon making 10 million plus a year selling their product on there, and then obviously Amazon's just going to come in, plug their own thing. They're obviously going to make way more margin on their own product than they would having to pay, just the cut they get from the independent seller.
Yeah, and so I guess the European Union, they're having a big part in like regulating this.
Yeah, they're pretty much just like, you need to chill out, because part of the agreement is that you get access to the independent wholesalers' data. So pretty much they're analyzing, hey, why is this product successful? How are they moving? And then pretty much placing their product in a way to where it could win. It's being suggested more, and like their own independent products are pretty much set to win.
Amazon's are gonna outperform the company whose product was the one that was the disruptor in the market, was the one that was showing that it's a successful product. Then Amazon's just gonna say, oh well, thanks for doing all the hard work. Now my product's just gonna take.
So they would plug and play.
Now we're gonna plug our product, push it forward.
Whose website is it on?
Exactly. That's why I said. That's why I feel like it's so important to own your own platform. It's on
Amazon's.
Right? Exactly.
That's why.
Hey, guess what? That company that's who's wholesaling through Amazon, they have every right and ability to go start their own website and not sell through Amazon. So that's how I feel about that, to be honest.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it's
very
tough.
True. And so basically brings us into our next topic. We are now seeing the Wolf of Wall Street 2.0, but this time instead of one man, it's 8. There are 8 social media influencers in the day trading space that are now being brought down by the SEC in a $100 million lawsuit. Apparently, these 8 influencers, including the day trader that I show you on Twitter a lot, was named in the article, which I thought was crazy. These 8 social media influencers, basically what they would do is they would all collaborate over Discord and Slack. picking certain stocks that they wanted to promote to their community and only show that they were making earnings through it, and would promote it through all their social media followers, which combined they had an absurd amount of number of followers, probably each of them individually across all social media had at least 1 million plus.
Wow.
And they would just promote and put that they were making a bunch of earnings through this certain stock, and they would just drop the ticker, and so all their followers would go and buy it, but they would never show when they would sell it. So basically their followers would pump the stock up, and then they all collectively would just sell, and they would never notify their followers like, hey, I'm pulling out now. They would just kind of let it hang in the wind. And eventually a bunch of people started getting burned, and the group collectively over the past year or two maybe have raised over $100 million doing pump and dumps.
Oh my gosh, that's something I feel like I've only heard in the crypto world recently.
Nope,
a lot of them aren't they in crypto though?
Oh, some of them are probably in
Right.
crypto, but this is all the just regular stock market trading.
I mean, the crazy thing is that it's terrible what they did, but I can't even blame them. It's genius.
This started back in, I guess, like early 2021.
Yeah.
So they've raised $100 million since then, and a lot of this had to center around the whole GameStop fiasco, where a lot of day traders started gaining a lot of followings, just because people were paying attention to these meme stocks that would come up. So they just started. A lot of people were being able to push content.
You
about
know what
that
this
stuff.
kind of reminds me of? This is a reference to Breaking Bad. Walter White. He's super successful in the game, has made enough money to just stop what he's doing, but he's just like, I just want a little bit more. I want a little bit more.
Keep doing it,
and even though they probably could have got out of it, with 50 million, 20 million, they just like, I can just keep milking this, and they milked it until they couldn't anymore, and now they got caught.
Well, that's the thing, is their whole brand and personality was around day trading. So they weren't really providing any expertise on the field. They would just like show themselves living these flashy influencer lifestyles, and would just like every now and then just drop a stop ticker and just post their profit and loss earnings and be like plus 100,000 for the day. And people obviously are going to follow what they do. What they would do is they would make up losses and like either Photoshop or whatever, just make up losses that they took on stocks and would just post them, but they actually never lost.
So it made it look like they were actually
Made their followers trust it, be like, oh, like they're like a normal trader. They have good days and bad days. Like every trader is not going to take a profit on every single day.
Yeah,
so
that's insane.
But that's crazy. Just remember to do your own research. But I got a quote of the day today. It is the difference between the possible and the impossible lies in a person's determination. If you enjoyed this episode, please leave a like and subscribe. Love you guys. We'll see you in the next one.
Peace.